Well, good morning, everybody. Gigantic thanks for coming out. I think it's really important. I've had extraordinary moments being the governor of Nebraska, and I've shared it with some. It might be the second time for a few of you, but I learned this in South Sioux City 60 days into being the governor of Nebraska. And we had met with the tribal leaders. And at the end of the meeting, Alonzo Denny, the tribal leader of the Sani Sioux, said, "Mr. Governor, can I share with you what I learned from my grandfather?" I said, "Well, by all means." He said, when we get together like this, when we have meetings, it's a big deal and it lasts a long time. I said, "I got it." He goes, no, Mr. Governor. My grandfather said it lasts for 7 generations. 7 generations. Now, I don't know about all you, but before that time, I did not have the ability to see or think like that until Alonzo shared with me the view of thinking about it for 7 generations. I hope that all of you might remember that and think about it. It has changed me as a governor of Nebraska. I see Nebraska differently when I look from 7 generations. I think differently when I think about 7 generations. So this is a big deal, and congratulations to bringing everybody together. Somewhat off of this, and the word collaboration. We just had our governor's summit last week or the week before, whenever it was, and our code word for it was competing collaboratively. Some of us in my generation, 1988, we were working day and night, but we were competing against each other. In Nebraska, we started what we call One Nebraska, 6 regions. We have people from each region following the community colleges coming together to collaborate and solve problems in each region of the state. And we call it competing collaboratively. So that if somebody in one community has a great idea, maybe it can be utilized in another. I think it's really a big deal, and we're into year 2, and we have hundreds of people continuing to come together and work on workforce, work on child care, work on housing, what's going to be the best bet, working on education. So I'm a believer, government screws everything up. Let's make sure that we, business leaders, farmers and ranchers, come together and make things happen. I have 4 words. I'm not smart enough to deviate off of it. I'm focused on kids, taxes, agriculture, values. Kids, taxes, agriculture, values. There's a number of things in Nebraska. We have this extraordinary pot of gold called the Ogallala Aquifer. It's the largest, most sustainable underground aquifer in the Western Hemisphere. Becoming governor, I've been surprised about a few things, and one of them, I have the new director of our new Department of Water, Energy, Environment, where we combined agencies, government efficiency, but where we're really focused on water quantity and water quality. I've been bragging about how much humidity there's been in Nebraska, right? It's really been good, and it's the corn sweat. Governor Reynolds, you've always had the corn sweat because you've had corn from river to river all the time. Well, in Nebraska, if you think back 7 generations ago, nobody ever thought we could raise any crops because we were the desert prairie. Now, because of the Ogallala Aquifer, think of this. Irrigation has been totally started in Nebraska. 4 companies, family-owned companies. Center Pivots have 100% of the global market from Nebraska. And we went today, we're roughly 50 million acres, half of it's grass to take care of our 2 million mama cows, and then the other half is crop production. And half of that, 11 million acres, is irrigated. So we have, with renewable fuels policy becoming the 2nd largest to Iowa in ethanol production, it's transformed our state. So we have the corn sweat now because we have humidity unlike what we've ever experienced before. What does that all mean? That means that we have an extraordinary vibrant economy in the state of Nebraska. We have over 15,000 H3 jobs and a $1.25 trillion of domiciled insurance companies. We have manufacturing in all industries, and then of course agriculture, and farming, and then cattle. 2 million mama cows, 2 million people. We're the largest feedlot. Sorry, Texas, we bypassed you, and we process more cattle than anyone in the world. Why does that matter? Because it's diverse. And, I love this. If you're sitting with a cattle feeder, right? You know how? They can't wipe the smile off their face today, right? So my point is, very, very diverse economy, and our economy is vibrant. Maybe the last thing I want to share is I think that all of us governors have had an extraordinary great time since the first of the year being with President Trump and his cabinet. Let me just tell you, President Trump is an extraordinary human being. I've never met him until January 6th or 7th, whenever we were at Morrow, whenever that day was. I'd had this bad horse accident, and I'd had a pretty extensive surgery on Christmas night, and we were there maybe 10 days later. I shook hands with the President of the United States. He's got a gazillion things in his brain. He looks me in the eye and he says, "How the hell are you here?" It's a pretty extraordinary compassion to be able to resonate and come together. And the cabinet members are extraordinary people that are giving it up. So I believe the highest calling of government is to keep us safe. So that's why we in Nebraska are working very, very hard. And I will share with you, I had a call from Secretary Noem last Monday about 3 o'clock to confirm the commitment from the federal government, where we will have an ICE facility where we will be detaining and keeping people in a facility out in McCook, where we have a facility that's been part of the Department of Corrections. So we're really, really excited. We'll have that operational within 45 days, playing our role. And it's 100% focused on safety. Some of us have been down to the border during the Biden administration supporting Governor Abbott. And as I say, for all Nebraskans, if you were with me on the border and flying in the helicopter and listening to the 16 years and seeing what the cartels have done and how they're destroying, and I think all of us believe in safety. I don't think any of us support the extraordinary synthetic methamphetamines that have come from China across the border and all the fentanyl. That's why we're doing ICE, why we're supporting. And as I told our troops, we have 20 troops that are also supporting, where they're going to do administrative work from the National Guard of fingerprinting and swabs and administrative work. I said, look, I want to know immediately, this mission is about safety. If anyone hears from anyone about something trying to make it immigration, about deportation, I want to know within the hour. We are committed to ICE for safety. We are committed to ICE for safety, and my call out is when we are dealing with immigration, let's get the politicians who are in Washington, D.C. to roll up their sleeves and come together and fix the damn problem that they've evaded and not come together for over 50 years. It's time to fix the problem, because we have a lot of people here in our communities that have been here for 20 and 30 years. We have to solve the problem. So I think those are things that are really, really important for economic development, really important that we acknowledge what we have and have the willingness to come together and solve the problem, and quit playing politics, quit thinking somehow not talking about it, it's going to go away. It's really, really time people in Washington do their job, roll up your sleeves and get it done. As President Trump has said, for the states, the founding of this great country relies on the states being effective, and he's challenged us and said, you all have to be successful. I'll do anything to help you be successful. I'm really privileged to be here with Larry and Kim, two awesome people that care deeply about their communities and their people, and just can't say thanks enough for being out here. Godspeed. Thank you.